welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we have another Age of Sigmar battle report for you. We're going to be playing 2,000 points, and we're going to be playing the scenario called Veins of Ghur. This is a scenario where the objectives come up in random spots along the battlefield as we play out the game. I'm going to be playing with my Cities of Sigmar, trying out Hallowheart again. It's been a long time since I've played with Hallowheart on the channel. In fact, long before we even started doing our current version of battle reports. And I'm going to be versing my brother, and he's going to be bringing some Allherd Beasts of Chaos with a couple of cool monsters in there and some cool other pieces. So without further ado, this is going to be a 2,000 point game. Let's get looking at those armies. And so here we have our Cities of Sigmar army. We're going to be playing in the Hallowheart sub-faction today, and our general is going to be the Free Guild General on Griffin. He's going to have the command trait Veteran of the Blazing Crusade. This means he puts out an ignore battle shock bubble around him. For his artifact, we're going to have the Arcane Tome, and he's going to take the spell Flaming Weapons. Now, we've got a command entourage in our force here, and the rest of the army around those three characters is then put into a battle regiment. But the command entourage for our extra artifact, we've chosen to go with an extra spell. So the extra spell on our Free Guild General on Griffin, that's now a wizard, is going to be Ignite Weapons. We've then got our Celestial Hurricaneum, who's going to have both Warding Brand and Crystal Aegis. And then we've got our Sorceress, who's going to have Elemental Cyclone and Seer Wounds. And then we've got our Light Battle Mage, who's going to have the spells Roaming Wildfire and Ignite Weapons as well. And then, of course, rounding out the army, all these units are in a battle regiment. So 2 units of 3 Demigryph Knights, 20 Phoenix Guard, 10 Dread Spears, and 30 Free Guild Handgunners. The 3 characters, the Griffin, and the 2 smaller characters here, the Battle Mage and Sorceress, are in our battle regiment. Our grand strategy for the game is going to be prize sorcery, so one of our wizards must be alive at the end of the game. And last but not least, we have the Umbral Spell Portals as an endless spell for the army. And so here we have 2,000 points of Beasts of Chaos. We're going to be playing in the Allherd sub-faction, and our general is going to be the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. He's going to have both Blade of the Desecrator and the Dominator command trait, both of which must be taken due to being in Allherd. Now, we're as well going to have a command entourage in this force, so that means we're going to get an extra artifact, and we're going to choose the Knowing Eye that's going to go on this Brave Shaman here. Now, the rest of the force, we've then got our 3 spells. So our Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is going to have Flaming Weapons. They're going to have Tendrils of Atrophy on this Shaman, and then this Shaman will have Monstrous Takeover. We're then going to have a battle regiment. So the battle regiment will include our Dragon Ogre Shaggoth and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of regular beasts, and then our unit of Ghur. Our 2 units of Dragon Ogres are going to be in the Hunters of the Heartlands, and then the rest of the army will just fall into random disarray around that. Battle strategy for the Beasts of Chaos is going to be Dominator, so they're going to have to control more terrain features at the end of the game than their opponents. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Mithras Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website. And also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. It's got all your battle tactics here, things like finest hour and heroic leadership markings. What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. Righty, so armies are all deployed. So to start with, Cities of Sigmar's side, we've got our Celestial Hurricaneum here, we've got our Battle Mage, Sorceress, the Dread Spears, and then we've got the Phoenix Guard and the Handgunners over here. And then over on this flank, we've got the Free Guild General on Griffin, that's our wizard now, with his 2 units of 3 Demigryph Knights. Across the other side of the table, we've got a bunch of the Ungor and the Bulgor on that side, Bestigor backed up by the Beast Lord and Brave Shaman and the Cygor. We've then got some Sacrificial Ungor with a Brave Shaman behind there. And then on this flank, we've got the Chaos Gargan, Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, and the Dragon Ogres. Cities of Sigmar finished deploying first, so we get to choose who has the first turn, and we're going to give the first turn to the Beasts of Chaos. Also worth mentioning, the Beasts of Chaos have the 20 Ghur in ambush to start the game. Alrighty, so Beasts of Chaos turn 1. For starters, They're going to pick the Battle Tactic Aggressive Expansion. The Gargant, Shaggoth, and the Dragon Ogres behind, all going to run and end their run within 3 inches of each other. Then into Heroic Abilities, I'm going to try and generate a free command point with my Hurricanum. So on a 4+. Nope. You're going to try and do it as well?
Yep.
Which character? Shaman behind?
Yep.
Does so. Alright, so summoning. Straight away, he's going to use that free command point he just generated, plus his regular one he gets every turn for his primordial call points. And then he's going to sacrifice D3 Ungor near the objective as well for 1. So 1 Ungor dies, but you're going to get 3 points for the turn. Alrighty, so Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is going to attempt to cast Mystic Shield. That goes on a 9. Hurricanum's in range, so we're going to try and Dispel. Need a 10 on dice. We do not, so it goes off. Mystic Shield. And no more spells want to be cast this turn, so it's onto movement. We'll come back after the Beastly Chaos has finished all their movement. Alrighty, so end of the movement phase for the Beastly Chaos. Ungor, Bulgors, Bestigor, Cygor all have moved up the table. Dragon Ogres, the Gargant, and all that have ran to complete the battle tactic here. The other Dragon Ogres here. And we had the 20 Ghur come on the flank. It's time for some shooting, though. I'm pretty sure everything is out of range for the Beastly Chaos. So with that, charges if they want, but I'm pretty sure they're out of range for nearly everything. So with that, it's going to be the end of the Beastly Chaos turn. They're going to complete their battle tactic and get their 2 points. Right, so battle tactic for the turn, Cities of Sigmar. We're going to pick Broken Ranks. Those Ghur are not long for this world. And then we're going to go into heroic action. So we're going to generate a command point, or try to at least, with the Celestial Hurricanum. We do. So he's got the leadership. And so he's going to use Heroic Willpower on the Beast Lord. Beast Lord's going to be able to dispel 1 spell from the Hurricanum. And then he's got 2 wizards in range there, and then the Shaggoth is in range of everyone here. But let's get started with some magic. Alrighty, so we're going to start. The Celestial Hurricanum is going to do D6 wounds to himself. 3. Alrighty, so did 3 mortal wounds to myself, so this means all wizards in range of him are going to get the +3 to cast. Sorceress is going to then sacrifice one of her friends. Probably not that good a friend. This is going to give her another +2 to cast, and she's going to try and cast Umbral Spell Portal. So that's a 7 plus 3, 10 plus 2, 12 plus another 1 because it's an endless spell, so 13. It's impossible to stop. And for her second spell, we're going to sacrifice another one of her friends. And then we're going to try and cast Elemental Cyclone. That goes off on an 11, plus 3, plus 2, so 16. You can't stop it again. They're going to be in pain. And so now there are 20 models in the unit. Elemental Cyclone, 4 pluses are a mortal wound. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Slightly below average, but 9 of them die. Alright, so the Free Guild General on Griffin, he's a wizard, so he's going to cast Flaming Weapons on himself. That goes off on a 7. You can try and dispel that if you want. You need to get an 8 to dispel him. Nope, 7 won't do it. So he's got Flaming Weapon. Here we're going to put his claws of his Griffin, +1 damage. And then we're going to cast Ignite Weapons on him. So on a 6, goes off on a 10. You can try and dispel that as well. You might as well. One of your wizards is in the range of anyone else. You need an 11. Nope. So he's also got +1 to wound. Battle Mage here is going to cast Fast Protection on the Phoenix Guard. So he's got a 7 plus 3 plus 1 because he's a Battle Mage near the Hurricanum. So that is an 11. And you can't actually stop him because you've got no one in range. So they've got Fast Protection. They're now -1 to hit. He's then going to cast Sear Wounds on the Hurricanum, which goes off again. So we're going to heal D6 wounds on the Hurricanum for 3. So the Hurricanum is back to full wounds. And so my Hurricanum will cast Crystal Aegis to start with. That goes off on an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can't stop it. And then last spell, he's going to cast the Comet of Cassandora. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once again, you can't stop it. He hits that magic number. So these units going to get hit with a comet. So, comet and casting Dora. If I've got to roll 2d6, if I roll equal to or less than your wounds, you take d3 mortals. If I roll over your, movement, you take d3. If I roll over your movement on 2d6, you take d6. So 2d6, that's 11, so you're going to take d6 mortal wounds for 5 more die. And so that's the end of the hero phase for Cities of Sigmar. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of it is done. Alrighty, so movement. Demigriffs and the Griffin have moved up on this side. Meanwhile, our sort of little bunker, the Handgunners, Phoenix Guard, Dread Spears, and our Wizards all move up here in the center. Time for some shooting. Alrighty, so we're going to start with the Handgunners shooting into these Ghur. So the rifle starting on it, hitting on a 3, we move, but we're not getting that +1. We're getting the +1 from being in range of the Hurricaneum. So 3 to hit with the handgun, hits. 3 to wounds, doesn't wound. The rest of the unit, 29 shots, 3s to hit. And 3s to wounds. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6 up saves. Yep, 11 6 up saves on the Ghur. No, they're dead.
I mean, 2 survivors.
Shot off the table. And then we're going to use the Storm of Shemtek. So we're going to target the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. So 2 pluses. And it's going to be 3d3 mortal wounds on him. For 5 mortal wounds on your Shaggoth. So 5 wounds on him. Alrighty, so charges over here. Griffin's going to charge. He got a 10. Cool. So we'll move him. We'll go with this unit of Demigriffs with the Halberds next. That's an 11. And then our last unit of Demigriffs here with the Spears, going 7. Alright, so the Free Guild General on Griffin, he's going to stomp the Bulgur into the charge phase. No, fails on a 1. So that's going to be into combat. Alright, so start of the combat phase, we're going to go with the Demigriffs with the Lancers first. So the Riders hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. It's going to be 3 at -2 on your Bulgur. And then the Demigriffs attacking next. So 3s, 6s do mortal wounds. It's the wound roll, sorry, not the hit roll. So 5 hits, 3s, that's a mortal wound. So 3 6 up saves. Nuns, that's going to be another 4 damage. So it's going to leave 1 Bulgur on 2 wounds. Right, so the best score have piled in and they're going to go next. I'm electing to use all that defense on the Demigriffs and you're using all that attack on the Bestigor. So 8 of them are in combat, 3s to hit. Re-rolling any 1s. Into 1. Cool. And 3s to wound. Don't want wounds over there. And so 6 3+ armor saves. Failed 1, so take a point of damage. Alrighty, so we're going to split our attacks. Great Hammer is going to go into the Bulgur, and the rest of them are going to go into the Bestigor, so my beak and my talons. So the Sigmar Great having 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh, 1 hit. This is going to come back and bite me in the butt. 1 wound. So that's going to be -2, so it's not going to give you an armor save. D3 damage for 3, so the Bulgur dies. So, Razor Sharp Claws, 6 attacks, 4s to hit. Only 2 hits, but 3s to wound. 1, this is -1, so a 5 up save on the Bestigor. Saved. I've got my Deadly Beak, 2 attacks, 3s. And 3s. That's -2, so a 6 up save on the Bestigor. Nope, so 4 damage, so 4 die. So the Ghur at the front there have piled into the Demigriff, so hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4s. Nothing. And so then I've just got these Demigriffs here to go. Alright, so the Demigriffs going. Halberds, 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 5 at -1, damage 1. 5 ups. No, 4 more die. And then the Demigriff's attacking. 3s. And 3s wanting a couple of 6s. That's 1 6. So it's 1 mortal wound, which just kills you anyway. So it'll just get rid of the last. And that is the turn. So I do complete my battle tactic because I wiped out your battle line unit. So that's that. All right. Before we roll for priority, we've got to see where the center objective comes down. So so we need to roll 2 dice for this. All right, so we're both going to roll the dice. What do we get? 7, so it's going to land dead center of the table. Alrighty, so objective has landed in the center, so priority for the turn. I got a 3, Beast got a 4. Gonna take the turn?
Yes.
No worries, Beast of Chaos, turn 2. Alrighty, so start of the turn, battle tactic for the Beast of Chaos. He's gonna pick Monstrous Takeover, picking that objective in the center. And then I'm gonna go into heroic actions. So I'm going to choose to generate a free command point with my Free Guild General on Griffin. So 4 up. He does. So he's got heroic leadership. And then what do you want to do? So you're going to try and generate a free command point on the Shaggoth there. So 4+. He does. So he's got heroic leadership. Alright, so on to primordial call points then. So you're going to get 1 for the turn. You're going to spend a command point this turn to get 1. Yep. And then sacrificing D3 Ungor. For 1, so another 3 points taking you up to 6. Alrighty, so magic-wise, let's get started. So the Shaggoth. Alright, so he's going to try and summon lightning. Goes off just on 7. I'm going to try and dispel you. So I need an 8 on dice. I do not, so summon lightning goes off. He's going to heal D3 wounds. For 2, so he heals 2 wounds, and he's got rerolls to wound. Alright, so this shaman up here is going to cast Titanic Fury on the Sigmar. It needs a 7 to cast. Goes off again. I'm going to try and dispel you with the Free Guild General on Griffin. Nope, goes off. So the Sigmar now has +1 attack on all these profiles. And then the shaman back there is going to use Mystic Shield. So 5+ to cast. Goes off on a 7 again. I'm going to try and dispel. 6, nope, goes off. So Mystic Shield on the Sigmar as well. So he's got +1 attack to all these profiles and +1 save. With that said, it's time for movement. So we'll come back after all of it's done. Alright, so movement's all done. Dragon Ogres moved up this flank. We've got the Gargant, Shaggoths, and the other Dragon Ogres in the center there. And then coming around this side of the table, we've got the Ungor Raiders, Ungor, Sigmar, and the Beast Lord all converging on the Demigriffs and the Free Guild General on Griffin. So time for some shooting. Alright, so Ungor Raiders into the Free Guild General on Griffin. So they've got +1 to hit, thanks to being in such reroll 1s to hit. So your 4s, rerolling 1s. And so rerolling those 1s. One of those misses, and then 4s to wound. Yeah, what, 5? Yep, 5.
Yeah, 5.
5 3-up armor saves. Take 3, wow. Alrighty, so the Sigmar is going to shoot the Free Guild General on Griffin. He's got 4s, but he gets to reroll failed hits, thanks to the Griffin being a wizard. So reroll. Hits. What do you need to wound?
2.
Wounds, rend on that.
Rend 2.
So it's going to be a 3, 4, 5-up save. Saved. Alright, so charge phase. Who are we charging with first?
Go Shaggoth.
Shaggoth's going to charge first, cool. That's a 7, so that's going to see him in. Yep, and then the Chaos Gargant is charging as well. Don't want to double on him. 5, that's going to see him in. Alrighty, so after that Gargant charges, we're going to unleash hell with the handgunners here. So we get to actually do that for free because of their stand and shoot rule. So no command point being spent here. So we're -1 from unleash hell, but we're also +1 thanks to the Celestial Hurricanum. So we're going to be hitting on 4s. And we're also going to be hitting on 3s, sorry, not 4s, because there's no enemy units within 3 inches of us and we've got 10 or more models. So +2, -1 still makes us +1. So 11 6-up saves on the Chaos Gargant. So he's taken he loses 3, so he's taken an 8.
Yeah.
And then the Hockle Long Rifle hitting on a 3 misses. Alright, so he's going to charge with the Dragon Ogres there as well. So 2d6. 4 and a 5, 9. That's going to see them in. And so we're going to go with a long bomb. 12-inch charge needed with these Dragon Ogres. Oh. No. So then over here.
I'll go with the big dude.
Big dude first. Sigmar charging. You got a 6. And then the Beast Lord charging for a 9. And then charging the Ghur here into the Griffin. So 6. That's going to see them in. Alrighty, so I'm going to elect to use Titanic Jewel over here with my Free Good General on Griffin. That's my only monster. You're going to elect to use Titanic Jewel back. Shaggoth, what does he want to do? Stomp and then a roar with your other hero?
Shaggoth, stomp, and then the other dude roar.
Cool. So 2+ the Shaggoth stomps. He does, so D3 mortal wounds to the Phoenix Guard for 1. And then a roar on a 3+. Roar works, so I've got 1 4-up ward save on the Phoenix Guard. Failed, so 1 Phoenix Guard dies. And then, yeah, the roar works as well, so they can't use command abilities. Okay. Alright, so Sigmar's going to attack first. He's got +1 attack thanks to Titanic Fury, so 9 attacks, 3's to hit now. Re-rolling any misses at the moment. Only looks like there's going to be 1. Yeah, 1 miss. Re-roll. All hit. 3's to wounds. And then these are -1, I believe. So a 4+ save. Take 2. So go to 5. Righty, so going to activate the Phoenix Guard. He's chosen for all-out defense. So we split up our attacks here, as you can see in the nice little pile. So we'll start. These are the ones into the Gargant. We're +1 to hit thanks to the Hurricanum, just giving us +1 to hit. So 2's to hit. And 3's to wounds. That's not that great. So 3 6-up saves. He needs to pass 2 of the... No, so he dies. No, he doesn't. I didn't do as many wounds to him last as I thought. So he takes 3 more. He's got a wound left. These ones into the Shaggoth now. He's got all-out defense going. So 2's to hit. And 3's to wounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -1. So your base save on this. So it's going to be 1 more wound on him. And then these ones into the Dragon Ogres. So 2's to hit. And 3's to wounds. Alright, so 5-up saves on the Dragon Ogres. So you're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds. So it's going to kill 1 Dragon Ogre and half wound another. Alright, so the Ghur here are going to attack the Griffin. 10 attacks, 4s and 4s. You need to get at least 2 wounds through, and then I get bracketed on the Griffin as he's got 5, brackets at 7 next, so 2 more wounds, 4s to wound. I've got to fail 2 of these 3, so these are 3-up saves though. Failed 1, so don't bracket. We're going to go, I reckon, with the Demigriffs here next, the Lancers. Right, so piled in with the Demigriffs here, we're going to go into this other unit of Ghur that yet to attack. So we're needing 4s to hit. Sorry, 3s to hit, I believe. Yeah, 3s to hit, sorry, and 4s to wound with the spears. So 2, no Ren, so 2 5-up saves on your Ghurs. Killed 1 so far. And then the Demigriffs, 3s to hit. It's not the greatest roll in the world. And 3s to wound. So that's 1 more to wound, so 1's just going to die, but then 2 armor saves at -1, so 2 6-ups. It's going to be 3 more die. Right, so the Beast Lord's going to go into the Demigriffs. He's got 6 attacks, 3's to hit. And 3's to wounds. 1. Failed it though. So take a wound. Right, Free Good General and Griffin putting everything into that Sigmar. So his hammer, 3s to hit and 2s to wound. 2 at -2. So this is going to be 6 up, failed both. So 2d3 for 5 wounds on him so far. 5 attacks with my claws, 4s to hit and 2s to wound. 3 at -1. Nope. So with flaming weapons, that's 9 damage. So his flaming claws rake him and kill the Sigmar. Your turn to pick a fight. Right, so these Ungors into the Demigryphs. So
4s.
4s and 4s. So 1, 3 up, failed it. Alrighty, so then we're going to go with the Demigryphs into the Beast Lord. So 3s to hit with halberds. And 3s to wound. That is going to be 6 -1 saves needed. So 6 5-up saves on the Beast Lord. He takes 4 wounds so far, and then we've got the Demigryphs to attack as well. So
4 wounds.
Takes 4 so far, and then Demigryphs 3s and 3s. 6s do mortals. It's 1 mortal, 2. He's just dead. 2 mortals kill him. Alrighty, so he's going to attack with the Gargan. I'm going to use all out defense on those Phoenix Guard as well. So that means they're going to be +2 to their save. So
D6 for the amount of attacks.
Yep, for your
So I got,
massive club, because you only got 1.
2 attacks.
Yep, so 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. Sorry, 4s to hit because you're -1 when you hit them.
3 and then 3s.
3s.
So
2.
attacks.
Rend on that.
Rend 1.
So don't care. So 3 up save. Save them both.
Okay.
Right, so then his massive kick, 5 to hit. -1 hits. Wounds on a
3.
Yep, 3 to wounds. Doesn't wound. Did the hard part. And then his headbutt.
No, mighty kick.
Mighty kick. So 4s to hit with a mighty kick.
No.
Misses. And then it's just your next lot of models. So Dragon Ogre and the Shaggoth. Right, Shaggoth next. So first of all, his giant axe. So he's needing 4s to hit now.
And then 3s. And then that's just rend 1.
Yep, so I'm still on a 3-up save with that. Save 1, damage.
3.
So 4-up ward. Nope, take 3. 3 of them die.
Okay. So D3 attacks. So
D3 attacks with his tail, yep.
so that's
3.
3.
Yep, 5s to hit with the tail though. Nothing.
Nothing.
And then he's got 2 sweeping forelimbs.
Yep,
4s to hit.
4s. 1 attack. And then it's 3 to wound.
Reroll the wound.
1 wound.
And then 3-up save, saved. Alright, so Dragon Ogres, first of all, they're glaives going first, yeah?
Yep.
4s to hit. And 3s to wound.
Yeah. 3 wounds.
So how many wounds was that? 3?
Yeah.
Yep. So 3-up save. And then a damage.
That 1.
So 4-up ward. Saved. And then their claws, raking claws, 5s to hit. 2 hit. And then 4s to wound, I believe.
Yeah.
Nothing. That is that. Righty, so battle shock time. I spend a command point to make the Phoenix Guard immune. He's spending a command point to make the Dragon Ogres immune. That means the Ungor is going to have to take a test. They've lost 4 models, so D6 flee, 5 of them flee, so it leaves 1 Ungor left. Alrighty, so start of Cities of Sigmar, turn 2, battle tactic. I'm going to pick Bring It Down, picking the Gargan, the obvious choice here. And then I'm going to, for my heroic action, heal the Griffin. So on 2d6, that's below his bravery, so he heals D3 for 3, so he goes back down to 3 wounds taken. Right, so he's going to heal the Shaggoth 2d6. That is below your bravery, so heal D3 wounds for 1. So, start of my hero phase, I'm going to elect to suffer D6 mortal wounds on the Hurricaneum to get plus to cast. 3 again. So he takes 3 wounds. Then I'm going to elect with the start of the hero phase, he's going to give up one of his casts to try and dispel the Umbral Spell Portal. Doesn't, so fails at that attempt. And then he's going to try the Chain Lightning spell. So it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to cast. You can try and dispel that if you want.
No, it's fine.
Alright, so he's going to try and just stop Chain Lightning. So go for it. Nope. So Chain Lightning is going to go off. We're going to hit the Gargant first. So the Gargant's going to suffer D3 mortal wounds. He dies. Take D3 as well. And so every enemy unit within 6 inches of him on a 4+ takes D3 mortal wounds as well. So D3 on a 4+ to the Dragon Ogres. Yes, D3 for 1 mortal wound on the Dragon Ogres. And then on a 4+ it's Shaggoth. Yes, D3 for 2 on the Shaggoth. Then you can cast Roaming Wildfire. So that goes off. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So first of all, we're going to do D3 mortal wounds to the Shaggoth. For another mortal wound on the Shaggoth. And on a 4+, they'll take D3 as well. They do not. Then I'm going to cast Fast Protection with the Battle Mage here on the Phoenix Guard. Goes off on a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can try and stop it if you want. You need a double 6 to stop it. So he's going to try for the boxcars. Double 6. So close, but yet so far. So Phoenix Guard a -1 to hit. Sorceress, she's then going to cast Word of Pain on the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. Goes off on a 6, 7, 8, 9. So D3 mortal wounds to him for 3. So he's got 1 wound left. And he's also -1 to hit. And then she's going to attempt to cast Arcane Bolt as well. On a 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got no one in range to stop her with that though. So end of the phase, Shaggoth's going to die. Over here, the Freeguild General Griffin, he's going to cast Flaming Weapon on himself. Goes off on a 6. So you can try and stop that one if you want. That's +1 damage to his weapon. So you need a 7 on dice. You do, you stop that one. Then he's going to cast Ignite Weapons to give himself +1 a wound. Which he does on a 6. So he's got +1 a wound, but he doesn't have +1 damage. That's it for the hero phase. End of it. She's going to cast her Arcane Bolt off, do a mortal wound, and kill the Shaggoth. And so, yep, that's the end of the hero phase. Movement, we'll come back after all of it's done. Right, so movement's done. Handgunners move up, and we just shuffled around. Ran the Dread Spears. They got a nice big 5-inch run. So they've now run on to help us claim the objective in the center. Meanwhile, Demigryphs move up near the Herd Stone on the other side of the table. So into some shooting. Right, so handgunners here are going to shoot the Dragon Ogres. So 3 to hit, +1, -1. And 3s to wound. Alright, so 5 up saves, which is -1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1.5 die again. And then the 1 shot from the rifle, 3. And 3 fails to wound. Then the Storm of Shemtek, we've got 2 dice from it now. 2 ups. 2d3 mortals. For 5 mortal wounds on them. So another one dies. And he takes 2 wounds. Alright, charges. So Demigryphs are going to charge. They got a 9. Alright, Phoenix Guard into the Dragon Ogres. We're currently 2s to hit. And 3s to wounds. Alrighty, and so we're needing 5s on your saves. That's nah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's the Dragon Ogres wiped. Alright, so he's going to go with the Brace Shaman before he dies. So 1 attack. Giving himself all that attack, why not? It's the last hurrah, I think, for the beast at this point.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. Hits. Wounding on 3s. Nah. That doesn't count. He didn't have rerolls. Griffin's going to go into these Ungor here. So 3s. And 2s. 2. -1. -2, I think. Actually. So 2d3 die thanks to -2. So that is 2 dead so far. 5 and 6 attacks from my claws. 4s, only 1 hit. Wounds, that's going to be -1, so 1 6-up save. No, that's another 2, so that's 4 dead so far. And the beak, 2 hits, 2 wounds at -2, so that's another 8 dead. They're all dead. And so he's going to attack me with 1 banner dude. Force to hit. Force to wound. 3-up save. Saved. So, Demigriffs are going to go. So, 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. There's 5. So that's 5 at -1, so he just dies. And I think at this point we can pretty much call the game. I think it's over. No matter what the beasts do, they're not coming out of this one. That was a bit of a quick one and a bit of a brutal one for the beasts. And just for measure, we rolled the next priority. I was going to get it. So yeah, that's definitely game at that point. Cities are just going to clear the table of any beast next turn. So good game, Beasts of Chaos. Well, thank you all for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fun little community here at Cinderful Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the description of the video to our Discord server. We're always on there. There's always someone chatting. You can go on there and have a good time. Next up, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so by following one of the links to Patreon, YouTube members, or following a link to our merch store on Teespring and grabbing some merch to help support the channel in that way. But also, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So first of all, a big thank you to our Patreon members, Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lull, Allherd Shop First, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynat226. And a special thank you as well to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollum, Becky Kinsker Groupie, The Johnny84, and El Mapache. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Lady Witchfox Art, first of all, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel, and also to Xmorphic, who does an amazing job of running the Discord server and doing all the background work there for us. Thank you all for watching once again though. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.